Down the tunnel prior to the game. They're prepared to give their rabid fan base a night to remember. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Brandon Ingram.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson is out there with MP. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in a 2-guard. And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Grady Dick out there with Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. Brent, these teams know each other well, and safe to say they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Reed with it. And here's Quickley. Outside Dick. To the paint. Here's Barnes. And Anunoby pulls it down. And the Knicks with possession. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
Watching this team.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, man.
Powered it home.
Not fair at all. Woo. And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Let's send it out to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Allie?
I discussed with Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, "You'll have to ask my guys that." Jalen is a really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
Tipped away. Here's Toronto with the ball. 6-point game. That one goes. Count it. MP's got 6.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Outside Dick. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Great understanding by MP. Knew what position to be in.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. And Toronto has possession. Searching for their first points of the game. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's see what you got.
And let's use this time to take a look at the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, MP.
As of late, he has been an absolute menace on the defensive end of the floor, causing all kinds of trouble for opposing offenses and making it really tough for the other team to find buckets.
Barnes passes to Pirtle. Back to Barnes to stop the run. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You give Barnes any kind of opening, he's going to attack that rim.
Reed against Barnes. MP again. MP's got 10 points in the game.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Quickly passes to Ingram. Lets it go from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Ingram just letting it rip right now on the offensive end.
And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
How about Pirtle, the Austrian Hammer?
Knicks leading by 8. MP inside. He's guarded by Barnes. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Brunson. A minute 37 left to play in the first. Fast break, New York. Anunoby against Ingram. The three from Barnes. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
1:07 left to play in the first. Raptors trail by 12. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Up and in on the layup.
7-footers, it's a great idea to live around the hoop, and that's where Pirtle has set up camp.
From deep, MP. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Quickly, inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Quickly, not just a scorer, he's also solid at finding teammates.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 11. Here's Reed. And that one falls. Now 10 for 12 with that make.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
6 to shoot. Pirtle with a screen on Anunoby. And here's Ingram outside. Sinks the tray. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's the New York Knicks in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
We've got Chris Boucher, Brandon Ingram out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Abaji in at the 4-man spot. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Boucher outside. Pass to Shed. Back to Barrett. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Boucher, no good. Knicks leading by 13. gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. EA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Now Barrett, 17 points in his last outing. Outside for Boucher, fires for three. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson. New York has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. From deep, MP connects again from distance.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
He's worked on his craft, improved even in his short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch from deep, and that's not the only way he can score, that's for sure.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the New York Knicks.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing no signs of letting up, guys.
As a three-point shooter yourself, Chet, this has to bring you back.
Oh, my gosh, those were the good old days.
And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
The Heat without key firepower. With Hero out of the mix, they lose production, but also just his energy on the floor. Replacing that, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, you look up and down this roster, who is up to the test?
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's MP. And it's Anunoby in at the three.
And Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Outside Barnes. Back to Quickly. Pass to Dick. Now Quickly. To the inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
When you add the length to the skill set that Brandon Ingram brings to every game, you really have a tough matchup for any opponent.
MP up top. He's guarded by Barnes. Pass to Brunson. Back to MP. And a miss there on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Bridges against Quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Bridges. Shot clock at 5. And it's Ingram with the basket on the assist by Quickly. Quickly's got his 6th assist of the night.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
MP outside. And the basket is good. MP's got 37.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Dick. MP with the block. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
Ooh, the swat by Barnes. He's got that ability to put up big block numbers.
The shot by Ingram, no good. The Knicks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Reed for 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 6th assist of the night. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Quickly against Brunson. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, we know Quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Barrett's checked in for Toronto. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
And you look at Reed, he occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now, but this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Payne's checked in for Brunson. New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. From deep, MP gets the 3-ball to go. Reed's got 12 points here in the second half.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Ingram, and a slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, right now, Brandon Ingram is just taking command of the entire game.
Down low. Reed can't hit.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Pass to MP. Uses the glass on the layup. Reed's got 47 points.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Dick with it. Back to Barrett. Inside. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And that's the way it should be. Ingram aggressive to the rack.
Oh, MP throws it down.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Outside Ingram. 4-3. It's rebounded by McBride. New York has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter.
Well, he should be playing this game with an apron on because he's cooking right now.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side Ingram. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
And here's MP from outside. Rebound Toronto. Now here's Ingram. From deep. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. MP getting it done for the Knicks. And he's hit 8 3-pointers. Strong shooting performance in this one. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The Raptors have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Barnes a screen. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram up top. Floats one. And Dadier pulls it down. And here's New York now. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. Connects from downtown.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Outside Barnes. Three-pointer. The rebound by MP.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Pass to Dick. Outside Barnes. The floater. Oh, and Reed with a block.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
Quickly, passes to Pirtle. The three from Barnes. And Dadier pulls it down. Dadier's got 4 rebounds now. Shot on the wing. Another one falls. Amazing.
I mean, just a magnificent showing for him offensively. Buckets coming in rapid succession.
And get this, he's now tied for 3rd most 60-point games in league history. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And you have to love how he controlled the key, piling up blocks and putting fear into opposing shooters.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Ingram. Pirtle with the ball, covered by MP, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
A nice shot by MP.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Shoots. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.